Hey there, it's Beth from Rock Your Notebook, and I'm up with a super quick video for you. I have a Black Mixed Media Traveler's Notebook insert in the shop, and it happens to be one of my favorite inserts. The Black Mixed Media paper that I use does not have to be prepped in order to be creative on it. Most papers you have to add a little bit of gesso or whatnot so that the paint doesn't seep through the paper and it kind of lays on the paper. But with this paper, you don't have to prep it. You can, and prepping is awesome. But you can see I'm going directly on here with just some of my Finitech watercolors. They're all metallic. They're so pretty. And I'm watercoloring. The tree that you saw me trace there, I traced it with a Stabilo Marks All pencil in white, and that is a cutout that I made with my Cricut. It's from the Ali Edwards December Daily Product Play 2 class, or no, actually, when Ali Edwards had a sale, I purchased these digital files because they were like 30% off and they were like $2, and I absolutely love them. So I traced that tree, and I really had no idea where I was going after that. I just knew that I really liked the pearlescent white, and I thought the white really stood out well against the black paper. So I went for it. Now I dried it, I hit it with the heat gun, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add a little bit more watercolor in some areas just to kind of like make it look like it has a little bit more texture, almost like it's snow falling. I don't know. I'm trying here, y'all. I've never seen snow in my entire life, so I'm just going for it. And then I'm splattering the paint all over the paper. And the trick with splattering is water. So you have to have enough water that you can get splatters, but not too much water that you're going crazy. So I splattered the white everywhere, and I really love how it looks on the actual tree that I painted. You can actually see the splatters on the tree in real life, and it's so pretty. And I hit all of this with the heat gun, and I just made sure everything was really dry and good to go. And you can see that this mixed media paper, it warped a little bit like in the beginning, but as soon as I dried it, it flattened right back out, which I think is so awesome. Next up, I have these gold circles that I punched out of scraps that were laying around, and I thought I would use them in my December Daily album at some point here, but I ended up using them for this. And they were originally punched in like 2.5-inch circles, but I felt those were too big, so I took my 1-inch circle and I punched little 1-inch circles out of each one, and I stuck them down. I did odd numbers because everybody says odd numbers looks best, and with this page I really do think that the odd numbers looked best. So next up for me is I have these old chipboard pieces from last year from Tim Holtz, and they have Christmas sayings all over them. So I'm digging in the box that has these chipboard pieces, and I'm looking for ones that I think would go well with this page. So I picked 3 of them out, and you're going to see me here hot glue everything down to the page, because once you have paint and stuff, regardless of what kind of paint, watercolor, acrylic paint, whatever it is, you really want like a good glue that's going to work. So I'll either use hot glue or I'll use a matte medium, and I wasn't in the mood to mess around with some matte medium because it can get messy sometimes. So I used my hot glue gun and I stuck all of these down. And yes, because it is chipboard, it is a little thicker than normal, but I'm towards the end of this notebook and it's already thick anyways, so I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Plus the simple fact that I hand stitched the notebooks, so I don't worry too much about them getting bulky and falling apart because they're hand stitched and they're stitched really well, so they don't necessarily come apart when they get chunky. Then I have some old color cast acrylic pieces also in this box, so I pick out a few white ones because I really wanted to stick with the white and gold and red theme. And I hot glued those down, and I call this little spread done. That's all I did. But the 10-15 minutes of joy was so worth it, and I really wanted to share this video with you so you could see how well this paint looks on the Black Mixed Media paper, because I'm loving it. Anyways, I will leave a link down below to the shop where you can grab the Black Mix Media inserts if you want. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye.